Man, can I tell you guys how excited I am to have these two guests sitting here on my couch? It's been amazing. Today has been amazing. This pop-up concert in Baton Rouge, Louisiana has been so beneficial, not only to the community, but also to the artists and the supporters that came tonight. So today we have Mr. Il Duce, who graced the stage with his presence and killed it. And then we also have community activist Mr. Redell Norman from the Resistance. All right, so guys, you tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, Il Duce from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, man. I love it. It's in my heart. And I've been doing music for quite some time now, man. I just connected with a lot of dope artists out of the city, from Level, Fox, Gates, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been making moves for a long time, bro, I connected with them. I do Super Mic intro on the radio every day at 4 o'clock, 94.1. And I mean, we just been making moves, and we moved the hustle to Atlanta, and it's been going well out there. Team 3086, you know, the DJs out there, different DJs out there. Man, it's just been beautiful, man, and now everything I'm attaining and learning and acquiring out there, I'm just bringing it back to Baton Rouge, man, and it's been a beautiful journey, just bridging that gap, man. So it's just awesome, man. The music is going swell. We going state to state with it, man. We winning.
Yeah, we winning. All right, Redell, tell us about yourself.
All right, man. How y'all doing, man? It's Redell Norman, man. Your executive director of your local non-profit faith-based organization called the Resistance. I'm here in Baton Rouge based, out of by way of Glen Oaks, Louisiana, by way of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm stationed out of here. I'm from here. I'm, you know, hometown kid. And basically what we're trying to do here is bring the community together and shine a light on the downtrodden and anything that has to do with our people, and just not black. Anybody that may be in a situation that may be financially deprived or, you know, politically deprived, or anything that you may have a situation going on with, man, the Resistance is here, and we're here to stay, and we're here to shine a positive light on the community. We'll be making a year coming up in 2 days, man. Year anniversary, man. So our organization is growing. We're a young organization, but we vetted and we real, you know, we ambitious and we hungry, and we ready to make a real change in the community, man. My brother right here, Il Duce, man, he's reached out to me, man. We got a lot in store for y'all. You know, we're gonna state to state like my brother, you know, Singer. We win, and we trying to win, man. Y'all get at us on social media, the Facebook, the Resistance 225. Y'all can hit us up at any time. Get with us. We do answer questions back whenever y'all wanna, you know, just hit us out and you got a question about the community or anything that may be going on in your town, in your city. We regional, we trying to get nationwide, so y'all help us out with that, man. Word of mouth is always the best mouth, and the best, you know what I'm saying, way to get that word out there, man. Straight up.
Yeah. So tell, as a community leader, of course, partnering with artists, like how important is it to partner with an artist like Il Duce?
Man, it's imperative, because like the platform that Il Duce has, you know, he shines a light that I would never be able to shine from that fan base that he already has. And you know, being an artist that's self-conscious about the community and reflecting that light right back on the community, I think that's just a big salute to that brother. Been knowing this brother over 20 years, and there's not too many artists out there. You know, it's a few I can definitely name drop on Young Gage. You know, my brother, he's actually a board member and a, you know, an artist that's making real waves down here, you know. So I just want to give a big, you know, push out to any artist that you trying to make a change or you don't know what to do, you know, holler at us, man. And also use your platform in a positive light. You know, a lot of people are following you. With great power comes great responsibility. Right. So use that platform in a positive light. I'm not saying that you can't express yourself in your music or, you know, say what you want to say in your music, but always keep in mind that, hey, people are watching. Big brother's always watching, and you always have little kids that's watching you too, because you are that big brother. So I want to just, you know, put all the rappers on notice, support us, and that platform that you have, use it positive. You know, Pac spoke about it briefly, you know, before he passed. And you know, if your local artist not about his community, he not about his community. Okay. You know, a rose is a rose is a rose, man. And you know, you get in what you put out, man, and you get out what you put in.
And I speak from that, being a rapper, teaming up with an activist and just a group that's about the community, it really solidifies, you know, who you are as an individual. It makes you more likable. You know, it's nothing but positivity in making that move. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an artist and And you need to be, as an artist, you nothing without your people. You know what I'm saying? Without your support. You have to have support. And this is a way to physically go and touch the people, as opposed to talking to them from behind the mic. You get up out the studio and you go straight to the people and touch them. And this is the platform. He provides that platform to do that.
And I hate to cut you off, but I also want to hint at Chance the Rapper. He's the prime example that you want to look at. You know, all of the stuff that he's doing in his community is shining the light on his rap career as well.
Right.
So it's a vice versa, and it's a two-way street.
Right.
You give back to the community will give back to you. You know, a lot of people are burning CDs right now. I'm pretty sure you coming out, you doing the right thing. People will go out and purchase your CD.
Exactly, and he has a fan base and a following that I don't have. You know, so we swapping crowds as well. What you was gonna say?
No, I wanted to say just kind of that the whole conversation has kind of segued into my next question, which is as far as what a role model is. And a lot of times celebrities will say certain things like, you know, I'm not a role model, don't put me in that category, raise your kids on your own. How do you feel about that comment? Do you believe that a rapper can be or should be considered a role model?
I feel like no matter what your occupation is, you're a role model. You know, no matter who you are, your background, whatever it is, you're a role model because you're always being watched. As an adult, you have a responsibility as an adult, you know, because the younger generations are looking up to you. So you are a role model, and a celebrity is even more of a role model because even more people are watching you and admiring what you're doing, you know, so you can't make that statement. I mean, you can make it, but it has no validity in it. It doesn't make sense because, like I said, people are going to watch you. They're going to emulate what you're doing, you know, and the more you're seen, the more people going to be emulating what you're doing, like I said. So they got to get their mind right and accept that responsibility.
Get your mind right, okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so now let's talk about some, I guess, a little bit more touchy, controversial topics. I know that the Castillo and the Sterling case, they've come out with their results. Some were not very happy about it, and some were. With your partnership, and I'm speaking to you from your community activism, with your partnership with the Baton Rouge Police Department, how do you feel about those particular outcomes?
I'm gonna be real candid about the situation, and you know, I'm gonna just speak from the heart. It's not right. You know, I'm not gonna get on camera and, you know, ride the fence. Where I stand on this, you know, on this certain subject is firm. I've drawn my line in the sand, and I've said no more. And you know, it's a travesty. It's a horrible situation. It's a situation that we shouldn't even have to be going through. But you know, looking forward and moving forward and being progressive, I would say that, you know, not to let it die down. Don't let time be a fizzle to let this buzz out. Okay. Because I've seen a lot of situations over the country, you know, time has a certain thing of doing, you know, certain subjects that people would let die down. But I would implore you to, you know, investigate and see what's really going on. Call the Attorney General. You know, you need to be calling the Chief of Police. You need to see what's going on with these issues. Don't just let stuff happen to you, because if you allowing this stuff to happen to you, you allowing this to happen to you. Yeah. And once you get a point where you stand and you stand firm on your beliefs and everything that you stand for, you will reach victory at some point, so we gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, man. It made me think of a question for you. How you feel about, you know, when situations like this and the rioting happens? Do you like agree with it or disagree with it? And you know, what is the resistance role if that were to happen in Baton Rouge? Where would y'all be?
Well, to speak on that, a riot is the language of the unheard. You know, and when you're unheard, you do drastic things to be heard. So I'm not promoting anybody to do anything violent. But when you're in a position or a predicament where you don't have any other outlet to express yourself, you know, this is what people tend to do when you're hurting, when you're crying.
And tell me, how do you feel about that? Like, how, in terms, I know how you feel about the case, and I know how you feel about the outcome, but how do you feel about those individuals who feel like they have been unheard? and they need to riot. They need to make their voices heard by vandalizing or destroying other people's properties.
I would tell you, you know, to be candid and not to curse on TV, but you never shit where you stay. I would say that, you know, if I'm not promoting that as well, but if you just have to do that, if that's just on your heart to do that, don't do it at your own, in your own neighborhood. Don't do that in your own community.
That's real.
This where we live, this where we sleep, this where we stay. You know, if you just, you know, forced to do that, be smart. You know, and just don't do it where your children have to lay their head at, or your mother has to lay her head at.
Right.
You know?
Or go grocery shopping.
Oh, where you got to get your milk from,
Right.
where you got to get your tires from,
Right.
where you got to go and get anything that has to do with your life.
And if that happened in BR, would you be like on the front line, make sure the
I would
police
have to be, yeah, I would have to be in any situation where the tensions are tough. I'm gonna be the frontline person. That's, you know, when I signed up for this, I knew that my life would be in jeopardy. I wouldn't have a personal life. I wouldn't be able to do other things. But in this instance, I would have to be on the front line, in which I have been on the front line. And you come out there, you'll see me out there.
Straight up.
You know, so if it was to come to that, I would be on the front line. You know, so I'm going with my people in all instances. You know, we are for the people, by the people, made by the people in all instances, and we are a people's movement. And we move as the community moves. So when the community is moving, the resistance is moving.
Straight up.
So tell me, and this is a question for the both of you, tell me what the answer is. If there is a solution, what is it?
To
this, the oppression the oppression that a lot of black individuals and black families and black men feel in the city of Baton Rouge, what is the answer?
If I had to answer, I would say first we have to break broken mindsets. And I spoke with you about this last week. You know, we have to help ourselves as a people. We have to know how to utilize resources, how to educate ourselves, how to research things, you know, how to allocate our finances, how to manage our finances, you know, that's key. And then how to come together, because, you know, they was talking about gentrification and these different things that's happening, that they strategically put us in different places and keep us out of certain sides of the city and stuff like that. But if we come together, Brian, we smart, man, we know how to manage our money, man. It only take a small group of people, because it's only a small group of people that's barricading you, you know what I'm saying, who have the real money, you know. So if we just really get, you know, out of the mindset of once I got it, you know, I'm pushing everybody else away, you know, nobody helped me to get up where I am, so I'm not gonna help nobody type deals. And you know, the people that's in poverty, a lot of people are there because their minds are broken. They don't know how to break themselves out of the poverty, you know. They'll make a little money and go to the casino, you know, or to do some, you know, there's this broken mindset. So I really think that's the place that we have to focus in on. That's what I'm gonna stand for. That's what I am standing for. And you know, the more that I grow, that's how I'm gonna grow my people.
To rebuttal on that and kind of back up some of that, in a nutshell, for me, it's about finances. It's about the greenbacks in this country. And one thing I've realized, once your financial situation changes, your mindset changes.
Absolutely.
You know, money has a real strange thing about doing something to that mindset. I've noticed a lot of men that have been shot down and gunned down, if they had an excess of money in their pocket, they probably wouldn't have been in that situation or that place. Same thing with Alton Sterling. If Alton Sterling had a lot of money in his pocket and he didn't have to sell CDs on the corner, he wouldn't have been caught dead in front of a corner store on the 4th of July night.
Straight up.
And it boiled down to finances. You know, when you got money to get out of trouble, you seem to not get into trouble. That's real. You know, and it's all about the greenbacks. You know, when you are on the upper echelon of that financial spectrum, it always seems to tilt in your favor.
Yeah.
And that's in every instance. That's one thing I've noticed. You know, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. And money moves this nation. And once we stand up and we realize, like you said, pooling our money together, if we shop black overnight, this will change.
So I appreciate you guys. You guys definitely have brought some really interesting points over in terms of the topics, especially with Sterling and the outcome of the verdict. It was definitely mind-blowing, and it was something that I don't think that anyone was prepared for. But I'm so glad that the resistance is here and that you guys are educating individuals, because we know that once you know better, you do better. And so that's one of the things that we're encouraged to, I guess, continue to lean on the resistance for, is to educate individuals that just don't know any better. And we're excited at 3086.com to partner with the resistance, as well as I know Il Duce, you're partnering with them as well, and some other artists that performed today, 2 Mac and Young Gage, and I believe TK from the Almighty record label. They're going to be partnering up with this activist slash movement slash resistance, and it's gonna be powerful. So I am excited about it. I'm so glad I had the opportunity with the both of you, and let them know how they can reach out to you on Instagram. I know you said Facebook. Do you have an Instagram? On
Instagram, you can have my personal account on Instagram, and I'll whenever I do switch it over, I'll let everybody know. There's going to be Renny Reed. That's RENNYREE, all one word, at Instagram. So you can reach me on Facebook as well. I know you heard that already, but that it's going to be the Resistance 225, and it's going to be on Facebook.
Okay. Awesome.
And I'm Il Duce on everything. ITZILDUCE.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for this awesome concert.
3086.com.
You know,
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Duce, baby.
Thank you guys for staying tuned. No, not even staying tuned, for staying locked. We appreciate it. 3086.com and the antidote.